I know that I definitely am. And that's one of the main reasons for that is because I have a guest in the studio today who is Muzi Mongela. Hello, Muzi. How are you?
Hi, Sascha. How are you?
How's it going?
I'm all right. And you?
Good, thanks. So I've been teasing the whole entire time about your wedding app that you've developed. And the best thing about it is that it's local. It's for Mpumalanga and, the Nelspruit area. So tell us about the app.
This is a little turnkey solution that we invented after having shot a few brides as wedding photographers. So the bottom line is basically we wanted to give the bride flexibility to plan their wedding and take all those little bits of papers they normally would keep with them wherever they go, and the convenience of their
smartphone. Yeah.
In a nutshell, it basically holds the bride's hand through the planning process.
Oh, yes. We were discussing earlier, I got married 4 years ago and I got every magazine under the sun and tried to keep track of all those little lists. And then sometimes you look at things and you're like, what on earth is that? Who needs that for a wedding?
Definitely.
No, it's awesome. I was on it last night and I was going through and, you have the budget part of it. And I looked at your budget and I was like, my wedding was way more expensive than that. But it's one of the parts that I really enjoyed was that you had a budget there to kind of like guide people and say, this is actually how little it could cost unless you want to go to these super exorbitant lengths.
Yeah.
But it's obviously your whole website, the whole company is called themouses.co.za. And you've now got the wedding app. You yourself are a wedding photographer.
Yes.
But you do a lot of other stuff as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
What else do you do at the Mouses?
Apart from photography, we also offer graphic design services. We also, since we created this first app, this is going to be the first of many that we're going to develop and bring into the market. So it was a bit of a double-edged sword that we created this app to help the bride, but it was also a way of testing the waters in terms of how friendly the market is to getting apps out there.
No, it is. And especially because we were discussing earlier about how you're probably one of the only wedding planning apps in South Africa because... And when you try and think of apps, there's actually an app for everything. And for the fact that there's not a wedding planning app in South Africa is a little bit ridiculous. But now there is one.
Yeah.
And best part is that it's here. You can go on to the app. It's called The Wedding Planner. You can get it on Google Play and obviously all the other iStores and all that type of stuff. And there's recommendations of venues and obviously you as a photographer and flowers. So it's not like when you go onto places and you Google flowers for wedding and you get this whole list of every florist in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
It's now here for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's absolutely awesome. We're going to be, Muzi's hanging out with us for a bit. We're going to ask him a little bit of a question a little bit later. So stay tuned to Jacaranda FM. It's the Regional Workzone. We've got Charlie Puth and the Pet Shop Boys, plus some Sade on the way on Jacaranda FM.
We can only control their guests so much.
Yes.
So the way around it is sometimes I would actually just take creative shots through the screens of the people who are actually ruining my shot. So it doesn't look like that much of a ruined shot when you've phones. So you sometimes have to be a bit aggressive, but nicely though,
Hi, sorry.
Yeah, like pretty much like how's it, dude? How's it hanging? I'm sure you're a Pix Mix king. I really appreciate your abilities, but I just think my camera's a bit bigger than yours. So it's there's many ways to wing it. It's always been an issue. It's in the contracts, but then again, you can't be so prescriptive when you're shooting such because not everybody can control their guests.
No, it's never going to be. And there's always, it's like everything. It's like when you go to the movies and and you have that big thing that says, please switch off your cell phone. And there'll always be someone's phone who's going to ring in the middle of that movie.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just one of those things. But it's something to think about, at least. You're never going to get people to put their cell phones in a bowl before the wedding. No one's going to leave their cell phone unattended for that long. But it's like I said earlier, it's just one of those things, especially for me, it's always been for the bride, taking photos of the bride in the stunning wedding dress, and then you post it to Facebook before she's even seen a picture of herself in a dress. So it's definitely something to, I think, for anybody getting married, it's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it becomes a bit of a bummer, because these people think they have an exclusive event where their photos are not going to be leaked anywhere.
Yes.
But the most likely people to leak them is actually people in the bridal party.
Yes.
Because they're just so excited to get it out there.
Yeah.
And
with selfies nowadays is a whole issue.
Selfies on fleek, as they call them. That doesn't do much of justice to the visuals that are delivered at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So.
And camera phones are getting better and better, but they're still never going to come close to the high quality cameras that your photographer is going to have.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to take a while before something even close to that happens.
I think there's one phone that claims to have a 42 megapixel camera on it, and I kind of look at it and go, really? Like, can the screen handle all those pixels?
This is now a bit more technical.
Yeah.
But how it works is it's the sensor in the phone and the piece of glass, which is your lens, that actually does the trick.
Okay.
So the thing about phones is they're quite tiny. So such a big size sensor as you would get in a camera phone, you really can't get in a camera. You can't really get in a camera phone.
Yes.
Because it's so slim and there's other limitations.
Yes.
So it might look good on the screen, but should we go for print, you will see the results. It's a huge difference.
Especially if you want to blow it up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
To a bigger picture. Yeah. I remember I tried to take a photo from my Facebook that someone had shared with me, and I was like, I want to get a big photo. And the people at the thing were like, no, you can maybe make it an A5. Yeah. Other bigger than that, it is never going to happen. Yeah. Okay, we got more music variety on the way. And before Muzi leaves, we'll obviously give you all his details and how to get in contact with him. Zayn and Dr. Alban coming up on Jacaranda FM. My life on Jacaranda FM. There was also some Zayn with Pillow Talk. So a big thank you, Muzi, for hanging out with me today. It's been awesome.
Oh, pleasure. It's been great, eh?
Well, the past hour, anyway. So, like I say, if you want to download Muzi's app, it's the Wedding Planner.
Yes.
That's the app. You'll find it on App Store. I search for it. It's the first one that comes up. There's no confusion about it.
Just a pointer on that.
Yes.
It's quicker to actually get a hold of it by typing the mouses.co.za on the search, because there are a few apps that are named similar.
Okay, so there you go, the mouses.co.za. Search for that on Google Play and you will find it there. And obviously the website, the mouses.co.za, it's got links through to everything there. And you can see everything that Muzi does, which, trust me, is a lot. You're a busy gentleman.
I try.
Got to make a living somehow, but like you say, you love it. So that's the most important thing at the end of the day. Like me here on Jacaranda FM. So a big thank you, Muzi, and hopefully we'll have you back soon. Who knows? The next app that comes out, we want to be the first to know about it.
All right, we'll do that. Thanks for having me, Sascha.
It's been a pleasure.